He wrote a book called Time of Wonder that was about a storm coming. So that's what this is about. And it's called Run and hide, it's a-comin', keep a watchful eye tonight. Run and hide, it's a-comin', don't you fret, it'll be alright. Gather children, gather laundry, gather chickens, gather lights. Run and hide, it's a-comin', close your eyes and hold on tight. Dark clouds in the distance, weather on the rise. Summer fun is interrupted, summer work is laid aside. Pull the boats up to the mooring, lash the shutters tight. Mother Nature's taken cover, hummingbirds have taken flight. Run and hide, it's a-comin', keep a watchful eye tonight. Run and hide, it's a-comin', don't you fret, it'll be alright. Gather children, gather laundry, gather chickens, gather lights. Run and hide, it's a-comin'.
Lyric-wise, sometimes it kind of gets swallowed.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
And I'm thinking simply because of the pace you were using.
Right. Yeah, I think in the car when I sang it 100 times, it was way slower than that.
Okay.
It's just a song about my frustration, I guess, because no matter where you go. So it's called I Can't Watch the News Anymore. And Priscilla gave me a good deal of help on with the lyrics on it. And I told my wife, I says, I got this new song, I says, and I'm going to rap at the end of it. And she goes, you're going to rap?
Ooh,
I says, well,
I says,
I'll probably bust out laughing halfway through it, but I thought it needed something different, and so I just decided to do it. So I can't watch the news anymore. News is not the word for what they spew. It's someone's ideology spun with political dishonesty. And I can't watch the news anymore. Remember when reporters gave us the facts or the truth? They sought out reliable sources too. And they didn't glamorize it or even simonize it. There wasn't a left or right for us to choose. It's getting very hard to trust a source, to understand the slant of what appears. It's hard to be good citizens when what we hear is so partisan, dividing friend and brother, sowing fear.
Now censorship is not what I propose. Because you're ending on a G, right?
Yeah. Well, I go to E minor in the third line.
But what I'm hearing, every one of these is basically the same. It's a G progression.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking you may want to break it up a little bit.
Yeah, I thought about that.
And Selma Road was the name of the main drag that went through the community that we were responsible for back in the 1980 or so. And on the way back to Dayton, we stopped off there and just checked out the old haunts and all of that, and I looked around and I was thinking, well, someday I'll write a song about those times. So finally, back in November, I wrote this song. It's called Selma Road. Spent hot summers out on Selma Road, up and down those alleys, walks and streets. Saw hope crumble dead just out the door. Kept on pushing with a vision sweet. Down the potholed streets, past alley trash. Pushing on and going door to door. Justice meant much more to us than cash. Rejected, laughed at, coming back for more.
Is there any way to rearrange some of that so that it seems like there's so much great stuff happening, and there's optimism, and then it ends on that the city doesn't understand your plight. So I just wanted one more. Yeah, but you were making a difference, and I could feel that. It comes across really
That's
well.
gone. No, well, it's not entirely gone, but just older but wiser and all that good stuff.
And I tell you, the third verse is lyrically just really cool. I think, yeah, I love that verse. It just rhymes, it rings.
Back in 1953, this county was voted liquor-free. They shot you down, John Barleycorn. That's how my business was born. They thought it was a righteous act. Preachers, politicians, and such like that. They sold the lie to everyone, honey. I sit back and count my money. My name is Charlie Green. Got what you want and more. Just call me for your liquor. I'll deliver right to your door.
The only thing that threw me out of it was going to the chorus and to the G and the D. I felt like that took me out of that feel in a way. You know, have you ever tried putting different chords in there?
I did that on purpose.
You know?
Who I followed
Okay.
for that? The Beatles.
Okay.
I like the story, I like the minor key. I really love that last line, how that new Lincoln smells. It just kind of, it just says so much more than it says.
It's almost new except for the music, I guess. Have you felt irritated from a disagreement with a friend? Maybe even wondering if your friendship was at an end. Talking makes it better. Keep on talking till it's okay. Talk until it feels right. Talk those lonely blues away.
You know, it's like, and that's like, talking makes it better, but the chords sound like, ooh, come and talk to me, baby, or something. I mean, it just sounds more sinister than I think you wanted to.
Can you say that again?
No.
And it's like classic, and it has less words than you have here. If you did 2 breaks, it would fill this all the way up, and you wouldn't have to do anything else. But I love the harmonica. You're so good with that, and I would want to hear more of that.
He went looking for his baby, the rock bottom soul shakedown. And the man behind the bar said, your baby ain't been around. And he know that he was lying from a mile away. You best be careful about the things you at the rock bottom soul shakedown. Then the man behind the bar said, you don't drink here tonight. Then he looked him in the eye with a stare that was cold as ice. And then Bobby took the bottle and he broke it on the bar. Caught the bartender right across the jaw, 'cause he was looking for his baby at the rock bottom soul shakedown. Cool, I like it.
Good harmonic. Great.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, you're all right, man.
Tell my wife.
It's about immigration, if you haven't read that into it. So it's about a guy that's here with his son, and he's taken sanctuary. So it was just a song. It's pretty generic, but it's just something I came up with. I was thinking about a story, thought it would make a good song, so put it together. I had to relearn it today because I actually forgot. See how this goes. That place I knew I had to leave, search for a better way somewhere else. I made my way up north, stores you wouldn't believe. Found a way to start again, rolled up my sleeves. I'll lean on you to keep me strong through the dark when the days are long. With these hands, with this heart, with all these people living so far apart, I believe they will carry me across the raging water to sanctuary.
I like the sentiment, and it's something I think about a lot. I have a couple questions. In the chorus, who are these people and who are they?
That's a good question. I thought about that when I was writing it, and some of them maybe also moved up here, but they're living in other places than the people that are still living down there. But it could also be people here that he's known, that he's met, you know, that he's passed through, and they are also spread through, you know, the country or passed through.
I would try to stay with this heart and go back up again. You know, stay up there. Maybe you could sing it again and try it that way. But yeah.
So this one's called Back to Ohio. I've actually been working on this here
Ever since you left.
probably 5 years, I bet you. I mean, I've had this, like an idea of this here. I never put anything together for it, so I finally decided to do something with it. So it's called Back to Ohio. I've been on the road for too darn long. It's time to go back home. Wheels are turning, my eyes are burning from diesel engines that pass me by. I want to go back to Ohio, to the place where I was born. I want to go back to Ohio, to the place where all my seeds were sown. I miss my girl, I miss my friends. These lonely miles, they never end. Next town ahead, 100 miles. I'll turn around, I think it's time.
Right, but I would do that again only the last time. It'll separate that chorus just a little bit.
Same thing on Going back out to the place where all my seeds were sown. Just finish it up.
I would leave that the way it is.
Miss my girl, I miss my friends. These lonely miles, they never end. Next town ahead.